Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Bridget's special Christmas or Christmas special, where we're doing 12 recipes to get us ready for a healthy Christmas. Today's recipe is actually part one, so it's a two-part recipe, but it's more than that, I gotta say. So what we're doing today is we're doing a boiled egg mayonnaise. Now I'm calling it an Egg-cellent Mayo. See what I did there? Egg-cellent Mayo. And yes, we are going to be using hard-boiled eggs because mayo can be, for some people, a little bit problematic, a little bit hard because it's this emulsification of the egg yolks going into the olive oil, which can be a little bit hard to get right. And there is a phenomena known as splitting the mayonnaise, which can happen if you add in the oil too quickly. So this is literally a foolproof mayonnaise recipe. It does use what I have here, some hard-boiled eggs, and it can be used for so many things. So it's really wonderful. So of course you can just use it how you would normally use a mayonnaise. So you can keep it in the fridge for, I think I've had a mayonnaise in there, this boiled egg mayonnaise in there for about 10 days. So it lasts really, really well. And then you can put it with sandwiches. You can put it in healthy wraps. You can put it with cold cuts, so like leftover turkey or a nitrate-free ham that you might be having for Christmas. You can serve it with my wonderful prawns that I've got a Christmas video on how to make the best prawns. Like as a chef and a nutritionist, it is the only way that I eat prawns. So this is just your normal, like spreadable, dollopable mayonnaise recipe. And I want to share it with you because it's exceptional. See what I did there? Yeah, I know. Don't give up your day job, right? But it is a really fantastic mayonnaise recipe on its own, stands alone on its own. Use it as a condiment, wonderful. But in order to make what I believe is the best potato salad recipe ever in human history. This is my personal opinion only, but I do stand by it. You need to have this mayonnaise recipe. So I'm going to give you this mayonnaise recipe, and then you can come back and you can learn how to make the best potato salad in the world. Well, that's, like I said, again, my opinion, but I'm a pretty good judge when it comes to flavors. I gotta say, I've been doing this for a while. I know when something is delicious. So let's get into today's quick little recipe. I can guarantee you, once you learn how to make this, you will probably never ever go back to store-bought because it's so incredibly easy to do. So we're going to start off with our eggs, and I'm going to be just taking I'm using 3 boiled eggs. So this is giving us a really decent amount of mayonnaise, by the way. And you just want to, like when I say hard boiled, 7 minutes. So what I do to get these eggs, 7-minute eggs, is I will bring the water to the boil, like just in a little pot, and then I will very gently drop the eggs into that little pot. I shouldn't say drop, wrong word. I will lower the eggs very gently into the pot, usually using a slotted spoon so as not to burn myself. I'll lower the eggs into that pot, and then once the water comes back to the boil, I will set the timer for 7 minutes. So you don't want these eggs to be too runny. Like my preferred way to eat hard-boiled eggs is a 6-minute egg. So I will gently lower the eggs into the pot, and then I'll bring the water back to the boil and I'll set the timer for 6 minutes. That's my favorite way. So the yolk has still got a little bit of run to it, but for this particular recipe, 7 minutes is perfect. So I've peeled them, made sure there's no shell. Obviously, you don't want a shell in there, do you? No shell at all. Don't want any shell. And then all we need to do, and we're going to be working straight into our little mini food processor here. So all you need to do, actually, you know what? I'll just put that there. I'll pop them into there so you can see. Oh, fantastic. So with our eggs, you just want to roughly chop them. And so that's the sort of yolk you're going for. Perfect, right? 7 minutes eggs. Fantastic. So roughly chop the eggs. They then go in. You can even do this because you're not going to get any runny yolk. Just be careful of your fingers, obviously. You don't want to chop your fingers. Straight into our little food processor. It's easy, this recipe, like I said. And if you think, how are you going to make mayonnaise from hard-boiled eggs? Aha. And yes, this is a boost camp recipe too, by the way. I did share this in the recent boost camp. So now that the eggs are in there, we're going to add a little bit of flavor. Now, my favorite way to add flavor to pretty much anything in life, and I mean anything in life, is Dijon mustard. So it's up to you how much you add. For 3 eggs, I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, and this is of course the sugar-free variety. My favorite supermarket mustard. It looks like the word is Maylie, but it's actually pronounced May. It's a French mustard house that has been in operation since the 1700s. Cool, huh? And you can get it at any supermarket, and it doesn't have any sugar, which is fabulous. So that is now in there. We're also going to add a little bit of acid, and by way of acid, I'm talking about a little bit of lemon. Now give your lemon a good squish on your board, because you want to extract as much lemon juice as you can. Because if you're like me and you live in a hot part of the world this Christmas, so in other words, you know, the southern hemisphere, Australia, New Zealand, the Pacific Islands, yeah, it's hot down here, isn't it? Lemons are currently quite expensive, so you don't want to waste any of the juice. So I make sure that I get as much lemon juice from my overpriced lemons as possible, because it's not lemon season for us. Okay, so we're just going to take off the ends, just makes it easier to squeeze, and then we're just going to chop through. I am using my, saving that is gold. I'll put you there, you're very special. So we're just going to squeeze in, and again, the lemon juice is up to you. You know, it could be 1 to 2 tablespoons, probably more closer to 2. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to use all my precious lemon. There was probably only a tablespoon there. Squeeze. Make sure we don't waste any. Is there any more in there? Oh, I've got a couple more drops. Couple more of the liquid gold in there. Fresh is best. I'm telling you, it is absolutely best. So let's go for the other. Oh, it's a bit more juice in that one. Yeah, that one's a bit better. I'm going to start off with that. I've got a little bit more here in case I need it later. I'm also going to add in just a pinch of mineral salt as well, which is, where is it? Where's my salt? Oh, here it is. Got it. Just a pinch of our mineral salt's going to go in. We can always add more later, of course. And the last ingredient that you need is a mild olive oil. So you don't want to go for an extra virgin olive oil here. You want to go for something that's really, really mild, because the olive oil will overpower the delicate mayonnaise if you go for an extra virgin. So I tend to go for, and I will literally look for a mild flavored olive oil. And yes, just have a good look through the shelves where they sell your olive oils, and you'll be able to find a mild one, and just stay away from the really strong or bitter ones, because it will make this taste a little bit weird, I gotta say. So I'm just gonna start by, actually, you know what? Just to get this right, I'm gonna put it onto the scales. Because we need about 120 mils, which is, it's not gonna stay on the scales today. Come on, you can do it. All right, I'm gonna have, okay, you need 120 mils of olive oil. I'm gonna eyeball it, but you do need 120 mils of olive oil for this recipe, and that is around about just over half a cup of olive oil. So I'm gonna start with just a bit in here, and I'm gonna keep an eye on it, but I suggest you measure your oil until you can eyeball what 120 mils looks like. And by the way, 120 mils is 4 ounces of olive oil. So let's get this all ready to go. I haven't tested it to make sure it's working yet. I'm sure it is. There we do it. It's not. Oh, it is. There we go. So it's chunky to begin with because I haven't got enough olive oil in there. So my job is to start to drizzle. Now, if you don't have a spout on your machine like I do, that is not going to be a problem either. All you've got to do is pretty much add about half, so about 60 mils to begin with, and then blend. Looking good. Keep blending, keep blending, keep blending. It's still a bit chunky, so I'm going to add some more. About that much. And again, I'm keeping an eye on it to go, I know it gets to that mayonnaise-like consistency. All right, looking pretty good. I think it needs a little bit more oil, so I'm just going to add it through the spout. And now it's looking pretty fabulous. Gotta say, it looks like it's just mayonnaise. You just made mayonnaise with hard-boiled eggs. Check it out. I know it's quite a thick one, so you could, if you really wanted to, I'm just tasting it for flavor. You could, if you really, really want to, water this down so you can make it stretch. And when you add water to it, it's literally adding a tablespoon at a time, giving it a blend, another tablespoon, until you get more of a runny consistency. That's completely up to you. Now, after what's my initial taste? My second initial taste. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the salt, a little bit more of the lemon juice. I just want to give it like more of a punch, you know, like a little bit of a kick, and a little bit more of our mustard. You see what's happening now. Ooh. Wow, that is fabulous. Like, that is just that good. Take it off the spoon. My word, that is really, 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 really good. Like, really, really, really good. That's just, check that out. Mayonnaise with hard-boiled eggs. I mean, what's going on? You know, like, what's going on with the world when we get to do this, right? Where are you? There you are. Look at that. You can kind of see as well. Put my spoon back in. It's a bit naughty, but it's fabulous. So there you have it. This is my Egg-cellent Mayo, which of course, as I was saying, you can use as a condiment. You can use it, you know, with sliced meats, like cold cuts, especially after Christmas when you're wanting to do something with that leftover turkey and ham, right? Here's an option for you guys with this wonderful condiment. It goes on anything. Treat it like mayonnaise. Store it in the fridge for up to 10 days, and you've got what is literally a foolproof mayonnaise ready to go. The cat is saying goodbye with her bells, jingle bells, as well. Come back and see me when I'm making the most amazing potato salad ever, because I'm going to be using this mayonnaise as the base, and you'll know exactly what it is. So come back and see me soon when I'll be making that salad for you guys. Until then, be well, be safe, and we'll see you really soon back inside my kitchen for another healthy edition of our Christmas cooking for 2024. Take care, everyone. Bye.